Tomorrow morning, when you step onto your porch with a handful of dried mealworms, you might assume you are merely doing a good deed for a hungry visitor. You might think your garden is just a quiet, empty space. But the truth is, a complex, high-stakes security protocol has already been activated in the canopy above. You are being meticulously evaluated by an intelligence that has mapped every inch of your property. To you, it is just a backyard. To them, it is a micronational park, complete with borders, resources, and unpredictable giants. This is the realm of the American robin, a creature whose daily existence is a masterful display of scientific calculation masked by a charming exterior. We often look at these birds and feel a profound sense of connection. We project our own emotions onto their sudden appearances. But are you truly grateful for the feast you provide? Or are you simply a predictable variable in their complex calculus of survival? To understand the illusion of reciprocity, we must first look through their eyes. A bird does not view you as a benevolent friend right away. When that robin locks eyes with you, its brain is processing thousands of micro-expressions and physical gestures. They possess an extraordinary capacity for facial recognition. They do not just see a human, they see the specific human who opens the squeaky back door at exactly 7 in the morning. They are not merely observing your face, they are cataloging your auditory footprint. The heavy thud of your footsteps, the metallic scrape of the seed container, the tone of your voice when you speak to them. You are being profiled. When a robin drops down to a branch just a few feet away, it is not a random act of bravery. It is the culmination of weeks of silent observation. They have calculated the exact distance of your reach, your reaction time, and your historical behavior. We feel a rush of dopamine when a wild creature approaches us. It validates us. In a chaotic, modern world that often feels isolating, the simple act of a bird accepting our offering feels like a rare, pure friendship. We want to believe they feel gratitude. But in the world of avian psychology, gratitude is a human construct. What the bird is actually demonstrating is something far more profound, calculated trust. In the wild, proximity to a predator equals death. By choosing to lower its defenses and share space with you, the robin is overriding millions of years of evolutionary instinct. That trust is not given
lightly, and incredibly, it is sometimes passed down. There are documented cases of urban birds teaching their fledglings
which specific humans are safe and which yards offer the highest caloric reward without the risk of an ambush. You are not just interacting with one bird, you are becoming a fixed point in the generational map of an entire local flock. You are written into the survival manual of their lineage. Does it matter that their affection is born of survival rather than human sentiment? Perhaps not. The illusion of reciprocity does not diminish the beauty of the interaction, it elevates it. When you stand in your garden and that tiny, vibrant creature looks into your eyes, you are participating in an ancient,
silent dialogue across species. You are proving that despite our destructive capabilities, humanity can still be a source
of sanctuary. The next time you walk out into your yard, try a small experiment. Change the location of your feeding tray by just a few feet, or change the timing of your routine. Watch closely how the hidden observers in your canopy adapt to the new data. Pay attention to the subtle shifts in their alarm calls or the hesitation in their approach. Share your observations in the comments below and let me know how the watchers in your own micronational park respond. And if you wish to further decode the secret language of the wildlife living right outside your window, subscribe and join us for the next observation. As you sit quietly by the window watching the delicate movements of the robin, consider the profound complexity occurring within that tiny, vibrant skull. Every flick of the tail, every sudden tilt of the head to expose the ear towards the soil, is a testament to an evolutionary perfection that has allowed them to thrive alongside the sprawling concrete developments. We often underestimate the sheer cognitive load required to survive a single day in the wild. The robin must simultaneously listen for the faint rustle of an earthworm beneath the grass, monitor the sky, sweeping shadow of a Cooper's hawk, and analyze the distance between your resting hand and the feeder. This multitasking is not driven by conscious thought as we experience it, but rather by an immensely powerful biological algorithm honed over millennia. When you toss a handful of seeds and retreat, you become a benevolent force of nature in their eyes, akin to a tree suddenly dropping its fruit. Yet, the moment you move too swiftly or change your silhouette by wearing an unfamiliar coat, the algorithm resets. You are reclassified from a known provider to a potential threat in a fraction of a second. This incredibly fluid perception of identity is why building a bond with backyard birds requires an extraordinary amount of patience and physical consistency. It forces us to slow down, to breathe deliberately, and to move with a mindful grace that we rarely practice in our fast-paced human lives. This enforced slow living is the secret therapeutic benefit of bird feeding. By attempting to match the tranquil rhythm of the natural world, our own nervous systems begin to
regulate. Our heart rates drop. The overwhelming anxieties of the modern day fade into the background, replaced by the plural,
simple, grounding reality of a bird taking a single morsel from our offering. In this light, the question of whether the bird feels gratitude becomes beautifully irrelevant. The transaction is already perfectly balanced. We offer them the vital calories needed to endure the biting cold of a winter morning, and in return, they offer us a fleeting, fragile connection to the wildness we have paved over. They anchor us to the present moment. They remind us that we are not the only protagonists on this earth, but simply neighbors in a shared, interconnected ecosystem. So, the next time that robin meets your gaze through the glass, do not look for a human emotion reflected back at you. Look for the wildness. Acknowledge
the immense courage it takes for them to trust a creature so much larger than themselves. Respect the invisible boundaries
of their territory, and cherish the quiet moments when those boundaries overlap with yours. The garden is not merely an extension of your home. It is a stage where the ancient drama of survival and coexistence plays out every single day. If you pay close enough attention, you will realize that the birds are not just visiting your yard, they are inviting you
to finally notice the incredible, intricate world that exists right under your nose. Every single leaf that falls, every
shadow that shifts across the lawn, is data. The American robin does not simply live in your garden. It commands a sophisticated surveillance network, built on instinct and refined by daily interaction. When winter approaches and the soil hardens, turning earthworms into inaccessible treasures, the stakes of this invisible game multiply exponentially.